What's up, friends? This is the Bellroy Transit Pro. It's available in a 28 liter and a 22 liter version, and it has an insanely upgraded, we're gonna talk about this. It's designed for commuters and travelers, all right? I've packed this one out for travel plus all my tech stuff. And I'm gonna show you off the 22 liter as well. Let's see how they did. But first, this episode is brought to you by Nomadix. Nomadix makes super absorbent, sand resistant towels, okay? They are available in what I two options to me, what I call the normal option and then the ultra thin option. The normal option is what I prefer for hot yoga and everyday options, but the ultra thin is second to none for being able to fold up into like no space in your bag and have a full-size towel that actually works really well. Like I said, it's super absorbent. You know, towels that just smear water around your skin until it dries off, like those really crappy hand blower dryers here where you're just like, okay, come on. Where's the Dyson? These guys are the Dyson of minimal towels. And by the way, these towels are mine that I've had for ages. This is my hot yoga towel. I use it every single time I go to hot yoga. I just keep it with my mat. This I leave in my pool bag. Got goggles for my kids. This is just shoved somewhere down the bottom of it. Been like that for years. I always forget to bring a towel. I've always got one with me. They are all made with post-consumer recycled materials. So get yourself an earth-friendly way to dry off. Is that the tagline? An earth-first travel towel. Shout out to Nomadix. Use my link below. That lets them know where you came from. Thanks, Nomadix, for supporting the channel. Okay, let's talk about these Bellroy Transit Pro backpack updates. They called it Pro, I think because it's meant to go between those two worlds of your work life and your travel life. Like I said, 22 liter and 28 liter. Okay, I've packed out this 28 for a very quick like 2-night trip, but it has all my work stuff with me. First of all, check out this nylon. Okay, got a slight subtle sheen. It's smooth and it's not got that sense that it's gonna pick up a bunch of pet hair or lint or dirt and things like that. It's got that smooth kind of nylon material. You've got water sealed zips everywhere. However, oftentimes it makes the zippers themselves kind of shit to open up. That is not the case with these. Feel great. Okay, let's see how Bellroy did with their signature sort of, you know how I get about Bellroy, like materials. They've been wizards for forever. Let's see what they're doing. First of all, this back panel is so yummy. What is going on here? What is happening? We've got dual density foam, some air mesh that actually has a little bit of a grippy quality. You're gonna feel that on your clothing. It feels so substantial. The moment I got this a couple weeks back, I was all, what is that? I have never seen anything so maximalist kind of on a Bellroy bag. What I've noticed after using this for quite a while and carrying it with like heavy stuff in it, big old water bottle, all this stuff I'm gonna show you in a second, is that there is no hip straps and that these straps actually more comfortable than other straps. Like it's the kind of strap you're gonna notice. So I dig all of it. I don't know what's going on. I don't know where this came from. I don't know why there's multiple like flaps and crevices and little spots. This one has a gel-like feel, super satisfying. And then the structure that's coming from here, the stability of the strap itself, it just feels great. It is chunkier once you start looking at it and when you hold it. But once it's on, you're just kind of like, okay, yeah, I like that. This is absolutely a commuter's backpack. If you spend a lot of time in your backpack and you need it to be elevated a little bit, like have a better look than just like a standard sort of like rucksack or something like that, this is real deal straps and like back panel for moving around the world, for actually like being in motion. You got a little handle slash a luggage pass-through, which by the way, just a little bit of like, all right, that comes out a little bit. That's nice. Two huge padded, nice air meshy, foamy bits where you got channels on either side of you. And you got this great handle, like I've always loved on the back of the transit bag. Just a big webbing loop that comes over It's got enough like thickness and realness. It's like subtly soft and textural. 2 side pockets over here. There's a big, designed for a water bottle, but you don't have to put a water bottle. This is nice to throw in a pouch or something like that you want to put in there. My 34 ounce, who makes this again? Bobber water bottle. Looking for water bottle recommendations. I don't want to have a straw that's flopping out, picking up everything that I'm walking around with, and I flip that open and put that in my mouth. Oh, yum, thanks. I don't want to have a big wide mouth that spills on me all the time, but I need to be able to clean out my water bottle semi-regularly. You ever had that thing where you're in your water bottle and you open it up and you realize there's like mold growing on the outside of it? On the other side, you do have a sort of hidden like zipper up against your body pocket, which has a few things going on in here. First of all, this is where I keep a wallet. It's a bag wallet and some snacks and some hydration stuff. In here, you also have a key clip. I'm curious, how many of you use these key clips? It is in every bag, every fanny pack, sling. We're crazy about these things. Do you use this? Tell me in the comments, and why. Key is something that I tend to need to access, so I want to be able to I don't want to have to fiddle with getting it off of something. That said, this is not very fiddly. Just a simple plastic clip on nice little paracord, and in here you do have some space. Like I fit all of that stuff right in here. Little bit of dimension built into it, but your access to it is just a slit. Top front pocket, okay? We've got an admin. Let's talk about these zipper pulls really quick. Nice little, I don't know if they're real leather, they might be faux leather. It looks like and feels like real leather. It feels nice. This has a great little texture on the fingers. Ooh, I like that. And just a subtle little density, little softness to it, but mostly hard. Then you've got a top thing that actually does go down, all right? It goes down to right. I've got my headphones just thrown right in there. These are my Bathys. These are the if you're gonna spend money on Bluetooth noise canceling headphones, this is where to go. And if you care a little bit about sound quality. Or a lot of it. Now, somewhat hard to show you in here, but there's a little sack. We have an honoré de Balzac right here, and a zipper. I got some AirPods in there for when I'm taking light calls. Sunglasses, something like that. Here we go with the Bellroy material. Where it's what am I looking at? It's like a performance mesh of some kind, subtly stretchy. I wish the waistband of my pants had that all around the outside. Little zip pulls with paracord and that shrink wrap. Little bit of admin and org panel over here. I've got some a notebook, my little dongle, the Studio Neat Mark II. Then this pocket itself is deep enough. You could put a full-size Apple keyboard in here. You could definitely fit I'm sure you could get some if you need a place to put your papers, your business papers, man. Then you've got a laptop pocket on the back. Let's talk about that. Again, water sealed zip. Look at how these zips come all the way just around the edges like this. Feels great. You got this nice rounded corner. It's not got corners on things, where it's nice and smooth. Now, we have got the standard Bellroy top taco flap and your laptop bit, okay? So here's my 16-inch MacBook Pro, fits in there perfect. Got a little space. And then you've got a little top flap that goes down, I don't know, a quarter of the way. And this is my favorite spot to put charger and a hard drive, because I'm a video editor. I keep those things right with my computer, because every time I get to my computer, I need these things. As a person who's worked with hundreds and hundreds of bags, I do this for a living. And I love it when my charger, this is the Anker GAN charger I'll link to below, which has 3 USB-Cs. It works great from my Mac and my iPad and my phone and my AirPods now and everything else that I need, right? One charger for everything, and it's kept where my computer is. I guess I'm that persnickety because I know that it's possible. Because I know that it's possible. And this bag makes it possible in a really elegant way, where you just have this little divider between here. It's got the right amount of I don't know, just built-in foam. This has actually got no organization. It's just a perfect little pouch. It has dimension built into it that cuts into the main compartment, all right? Which is brilliant, because when that thing is too tight, we don't like it. Then our main compartment zips all the way down to here. You've got maybe about 2 inches from the bottom, and then you've got your beaver paddle, which on the top, we've got a little Bellroy meshy, like, ooh, what choices did we make here? And this is not a stretchy mesh. You got translucence, so you can see through. On the inside, it has this almost chainmail sort of stiff, like, it feels kind of chunky. On the outside, completely smooth, right? It's like a Prince album. Let's talk about this liner material before I move into what I've packed here. This has almost like a, I don't know, I want to say Robic nylon, but I don't know what it is. I'll tell you what the feel is. It has a dryness. It has like this, it's really thin, really lightweight, and it doesn't feel like it's gonna pill. It doesn't feel like it's gonna get caught and have like little threads coming out. It feels like when we're designing a bag, we are trying to pick materials that, you know, are unique and they feel good right from the start, but we're also navigating and designing for how is that material gonna last, degrade, age over time? Because I want to have a bag that lasts for a very long time. This has the feeling, like it's going to be this feeling, you know, years and years from now. After there's dust and dirt, after there's so many different like lashes and things thrown in here and rips on the zips and like all sorts of other stuff, it's still gonna be like, yeah, this feels good. You know, with some like little places where like I spilled my smoothie while this was open, you know? Whatever you have up here in this beaver tail, this admin stuff up front is going to be, you know, flopping down. It's gonna have heft and weight. You can see this little extra piece of support that's coming right around here to give us this curvy bit. That's kind of interesting, right? I like that. I love that. A little more padding at the bottom of the bag too. Okay, I've got a jacket. This is from Mission Workshop. It's a really thin, lightweight, hoodie, puffy. The one thing that you bring now that it's starting to get a little bit colder. I'm gonna do a jackets video soon. What are your, what's your favorite jacket? It's nice to just bring one thing, all your layers in one little guy. But then I've got a notebook. I'm going through a course with a teacher who was actually an actor on the Gilmore Girls, but he's teaching men's emotional awareness, and we're doing a lot of journaling. Follow me on Instagram for more thoughts about that kind of stuff. Then I've just got a bundle of clothing here. Before I show you any of that, like, here's what Bellroy has. Just a quick little magnet, latch over. You don't need a packing cube. Throw a couple things, cinches down with elastic. Here is that panel where we've got a little bit of dimension. That's from our tech sort of taco at the top of the laptop compartment, right? So a very elegant, and this is where you can feel how thin and lightweight this material is, but how perfect it is just a simple divider between what's here and what's there, and it gives this the ability to expand if I need to, cutting into this spot, or I don't need to use much there, I can fill this place up more. You can see the back of our water bottle compartment here has like a water sealed kind of material segmenting against the bag contents. That is not the case on this side where you have just a little bit of that liner, the back side of that liner again. So just a quick little, like what I'm using here, this is Gravel. This is from Gravel. I'll link to this below. This is their packing cube. I don't have any packing cubes from Bellroy. I'm not sure if they make any. This is just like a, you know, fold it over, compress your stuff down, and that comes in multiple sizes. Works really well. Shout out to Gravel Boys. I bring a pair of socks and a pair of undies. Okay, basically because you guys shame me if I don't travel with underwear, judging by the comments. Unbound Merino and Western Rise. Both of these are Merino because when I travel, I like to have Merino for things like that. And the no-show socks are just in case. I typically don't wear socks. I've got a button-up shirt. This one's from Cotopaxi. They do a pretty good little, I can't remember what this one's called. I'll link to it below, but it's very thin, very lightweight, and great for like hiking as well as being at the pub or something. A pair of Western Rise Evolution pants, okay? They take up almost no space in the bag. They are stain resistant and water resistant. They fit me perfect. Find the Western Rise Evolution size that fits you. They have a classic fit now and a regular fit. Okay, I'm a regular fit. 32, 34, one of the two. I have them both. Sometimes I like the classic fit's a little bit baggy on me, but that's kind of nice sometimes too. But look, it takes up no space in the bag. A couple of the, I mean, this is all Western Rise stuff, I guess, because this is really what I wear. These are the Western Rise X Cotton t-shirts. I have a navy blue and I have a gray. I use a size large. I actually should be using a medium, thanks to my trainer. Thanks, Bert. I love those t-shirts. They're slightly thick, yet they still are like soft and smooth, and they just look good on me. They look good on me. And then I have a Merino Henley from Joe Merino. I'll see if I have any links for them. I'll add that below. But long sleeve is what I sleep in. A Henley is nice because if I put this, if I wear this, Merino I can sleep in, and I can also wear it the next day. I know you're like, that's crazy, you're ridiculous. But it keeps its shape, it's odor resistant, it's heat regulating, okay? You put this on and that puffy jacket, and you're in friggin', you can take very cold weather with that. So this is an extra layer, also my sleeping shirt. Those are my clothes for like a 2-night simple thing. That's how I packed this bag, and it is capable. So everything is the same on this 22 liter, just slightly smaller. Here's the inside of the bag, just a tiny bit smaller, right? 6 liters smaller to be exact, and it's noticeable. If you want a better sort of daily carry, the 22 liter is, for my kind of carry, it's better. It's more ideal. I like this size for every day. I do. But if I need a bag that I can travel and do my everyday and work in and go for pleasure cruises in, like have everything, the 28 is where to go. This would also fit in, I think you smush this into those budget airline, maybe, those budget airline sort of personal items, right? So you don't have to pay for a carry-on. This one definitely, the 22 liter, you can definitely fit on there. And with all of this, I could have easily fit this in the 22 liter. I could have. But and I do like this olivey sort of gray. What do you think? Nice little, like this almost looks like welded on here. Very slick. So what do I think? The Transit backpack from Bellroy used to be made with this very thick, not crinkly to the sound I did, but for some reason I have to say crinkly material. That was super interesting. Part of me misses that other material. Another part of me just thinks this bag got so much better from for instance, the taco pocket at the top of the laptop. That used to be really tight. This is so easy to get in and out of. And that's one of those movements and those everyday in and outs that I noticed. This back panel is absolutely a huge upgrade. It's just simple backpack straps, but for some reason it's obviously not. Like you'll notice it every time you pick it up. And the first time I felt it, I thought it was weird for a second. And then I was already liking it before even trying it out. And now every time I pick it up, it's just like, ooh, that is good. Thank you for that, Bellroy. Those interactions, I also love this handle. That kind of interaction, those interactions are the everyday kind of things I look for and I love in a bag. The top taco pocket on this, having that extra little space, that is just, mwah. It has less in it than it used to, and somehow it feels like I like it more. It's less elevated from a design and materials perspective, if I remember correctly. But my experience is better because it's simpler and has a little bit more space, right? I love that. You know, they actually designed that tech pocket in the laptop to be able to fit your DOP kit. For TSA, you got your laptop and your DOP kit there. I think it's really interesting to go with the 22 liter and make yourself like a tight little 1-night, 2-night work bag when you're just road warrioring out there. I think that's interesting. But the straps are worthy of carrying something really heavy. So maybe go 28 and just, pack it out. Bring your camera. You're going to New York for a couple of days to meet your boss. It's like, bring your camera. You've got space. I like it. I think it's really interesting. It's showing, I'm really loving watching these bag companies change some of their shticks over time, some of their materials or some of their, and what happens with design is things get more and more essential. Everything starts out with this like flurry of expression, and over time we simplify and simplify, right? And I love that. I think that's how life should go. And I want the products that have been simplified. So if you do too, holler in the comments and subscribe, because that's what we do here. It's what we're doing. Everyday goods that are actually fucking good. That's what we're doing. Should we do a ramble? Here's just a quick one. My latest note. Get coachable. That's all I wrote. I have a whole page. In case you don't believe me. No, here. Get coachable. Sometimes you just gotta leave yourself a little note. But get coachable. Get coachable. There's been times in my life where I was not coachable. I already knew. I knew better. I understood. I actually saw more than what my teacher or my mentor or whoever was trying to teach me something new, right? Get coachable instead. I wasn't listening to the teacher, to the mentor, or to my parents, or to whatever, because I knew better. I didn't want to have to, fuck you, I know more. I know more than you. I see the world better than you do. Grandma. My grandmas are sweet. I don't know why I said that. And then you grow, and you experience life. And you realize you didn't know. Listen, all the old people are aligned on this. I thought I knew shit that I actually didn't know, number one. Number two, I wish I would have said what I thought more often, right? So these can sometimes be in tension with each other. Speak your mind, but be coachable. Get coachable. Realize that your self-worth and identity is not actually pinned to what you think you know. The distance between what you think you know and reality that could be a lot farther than you think. You might be off on that. And if so, that doesn't mean that you don't deserve to be here. I had experience from, growing up or my family or whatever, there was pressure, and I made the idea that I needed to know. And in knowing, I would be safe. Even if I was going against what they knew, like my sense of confidence in what I knew, what I understood, what I thought I knew, right, would keep me safe, because I would have an identity. And then my identity sort of crusted around that. And over time, you get humbled by life, and you start to learn to be coachable again. The Buddhists call it beginner's mind. Right? Beginner's mind. Have a beginner's mind. I used to think I did. But get coachable. That's it. Just get coachable. There's nothing like working with a great teacher when you are actually pliable. That feels interesting. It's very vulnerable and it's humbling, right? You have to be humble to get to there. But when you're teaching somebody else and they're coachable, there's nothing like that. That feels great. You might be able to actually make an impact, right? Also, manipulative narcissists can take advantage of you, so don't get too coachable. But there it is. Get coachable. This is my, be kind, have a big heart, feel things in the world, get coachable. Get coachable. Because I think life gets more zesty, it gets more interesting. I think it gets more experiential when you don't think you know everything all the time. All right. I don't know if I'll keep that in. Bye!